Hey, it's Audrey, and today on this video I'm going to be doing activity 10-4, creating static DNS entries, and this activity can be found on page 465 in the Installing and Configuring Microsoft Windows Server 2012 R2 book. And the objective of this activity is to create static A, CNAME, and PTR records. And so to do that, I am logged into my server 2 as an administrator, and I have my server manager console open, and now I want to open up my DNS management console, and here's my console, and here I'm going to click to expand the forward lookup zones. I'm going to go into the test domain. Now I'm supposed to right click test domain and select new host A or AAA. And in the new host dialog box, I'm going to type in web server 1 in the name. And for the IP address, I'm going to issue it the 10.10.1.11. And I'm going to check the checkbox to create a PTR record. I'm going to click the add host. And since there are no reverse lookup zones, it says it can't be found, which is fine. So I'm going to click done. Now I'm going to see I have my command prompt open right here, and I'm going to issue, so to test what I just created, I'm going to do the command nslookup. Move that out of the way. Web server 1 dot test domain 1 dot local. And the result of the command, it gave the name webserver1.testdomain1.local, which is web server is what the name that we chose, and then that's the IP address that we issued as well. Now back to our management console. Now I'm going to do almost the same process. I'm going to right click the testdomain1.local, and this time I'm going to select new alias. And in the alias name, I'm just going to put www. And in the fully qualified domain name, or the FQDN, or target host, I'm going to type webserver1.testdomain1.local. Here I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to do, now we're going to test it. So now I'm going to issue nslookup testdom1.local. Press enter. Hold on, something's not right. And let's see, web server 1.testdomain alias www. So why didn't it give that to me? Oh, that's why. I know what I did. So the reason why I didn't get the output that I wanted is because I was supposed to put www.testdomain.local, because I made the alias is going to recognize the www, and without that it didn't come up with anything. So now with my little mistake fixed, now it's going to show the name that we set, the IP address, and the alias that we set. Pretty neat. Now back to the DNS Manager console. Now I'm going to click to select the reverse lookup zones. Since there are none, I'm going to right click and select new zone. Click next. And in the zone type, I'm going to keep the default of the primary zone, and I'm going to keep the default in the reverse lookup zone name also with the IPv4. So I'm going to click next. And I need to name a network that I want the reverse lookup to look for. So I'm going to put in 192.168. And notice down here in the reverse lookup zone name, it switched the 192.168 to 168.192 because it's the reverse lookup. So now I'm just going to put in the real reverse lookup that I want, which is 10.10. And notice the reverse lookup zone name. And click next. I'm going to accept the default file name. And then here in the dynamic update, I'm going to select allow both non-secure and secure dynamic updates. Click next. Look over my thing and then click finish. Okay. So now in the reverse lookup zones, I'm going to click to expand it, and then there's the reverse lookup zone that we just created. And I'm going to select that and right click it and select new pointer. And in the host IP address text box, the address is started for you with the 10.10. So now I'm going to type in the 1.11. And then for the host name, I'm going to put www.test.domain1.local. Then I'm pointing it back to this host name. So I click OK. Now let's test it. See if we get the output that we want. So now we're going to put NS lookup. Move that. Now I'm going to just put in the IP address. And here, with the IP address, because with the reverse lookup zone that we just issued, it was able to come up with the name that we set and the IP address. And that brings us to the end of the activity. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.